Hi, this is Brad Constantine, and this is a podcast recording of the Old Testament. Although this is not an official recording of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, every effort's been made to be as doctrinally accurate as possible. I'll be using for the text the Joseph Smith translation of the Old Testament, along with many commentaries from general authorities of the Church, BYU professors, Bible scholars, and others. This format will be very detailed, and so if you want a deep analysis of the Old Testament, you come to the right place. Thanks for your attendance. Hi, welcome back. This will be for Jeremiah chapter 16. Jeremiah's day was a sad one for Judah. To symbolize that truth, the Lord told his prophet three things that he was not to do. He was not to marry or father children. So universal was the calamity bearing down upon the people that God did not want children to suffer its outrage. This commandment, like the one to Hosea to take a wife of whoredoms, may not have been a literal one. Perhaps the meaning is that Jeremiah was not to expect that his people would marry themselves to the covenant again, nor was he to expect to get spiritual children or converts from his ministry. 2, he was not to lament those in Judah who died by the sword or famine, since they brought these judgments upon themselves. And 3, he was not to feast or eat with friends in Jerusalem, since feasting was a sign of celebration, and eating together a symbol of fellowship. In addition, Jeremiah was commanded to explain clearly to the people the reasons for his actions as well as the reasons for their coming punishment. That was out of the Institute Manual. All right, verse 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons nor daughters in this place. The destruction was to be so soon that his children would be killed if he had any. For thus saith the Lord, concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land. They shall die of grievous deaths, they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven, and for the beasts of the earth. The destruction of Jerusalem will be so swift that they won't have time to bury their dead. For thus saith the Lord, Enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies. They brought their punishment upon themselves. Both the great and the small shall die in this land, they shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them. That was to become a slave. Neither shall men tear or break bread themselves for them in mourning, to comfort them for the dead. Neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. Hebrew customs will be done away when they are carried captive into foreign lands. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, Wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God? Then shalt thou say unto them, Because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. Judah was worshipping other gods. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, we walk every one after the imagination or stubbornness of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor, or grant you amnesty or clemency. Verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, The Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. This is a prophecy about the last days. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he hath driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Is Israel being gathered today? When President McKay was president of the church, there was one Mormon for about every 100,000 people on the earth. Today there is one Mormon for about every 500 or so people. Scripture Mastery Verse, Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. In other words, missionaries will be sent. It will take fishers and hunters to find the scattered people, because not all people respond the same to the message of the restoration. For mine eyes are upon all their ways, they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double. Those who sin against the greater light shall receive the greater condemnation. Because they have defiled my land, they have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles, or the nations, shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods? Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know, I will cause them to know mine hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is the Lord. Non-Israelites will be gathered and enter into the covenant. In a general conference address, LeGrand Richards commented on these verses. Just contemplate this statement for a few minutes. Think how the Jews and the Christians of all through these past centuries have praised the Lord for his great hand of deliverance under the hands of Moses when he led Israel out of captivity. And yet here comes Jeremiah with this word of the holy prophet, telling us that in the latter days they shall no more remember that, but how God has scattered Israel from the lands whither he has driven them. And Jeremiah saw the day when the Lord would do this very thing, when he would call for many fishers and many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Where do you find those fishers and hunters that we read about in this great prophecy of Jeremiah? They are these 14,000 missionaries of this church, and those who have preceded them from the time that the prophet Joseph Smith received the truth and sent the messengers out to share it with the world. Thus have they gone out fishing and hunting and gathering them from the hills and the mountains and the holes in the rocks. I think that is more literal than some of us think. That was back in 1971 when there were 14,000 missionaries. Hey, I was one of those missionaries back in 1971. Anyway, that's the end of the chapter, and we'll see you next time. Bye.